Football Show Thursday's edition. Lineman of the Week, Sean Nartiff of Salem. Sean, got a brutal early schedule. Number 1, Pinkerton. You beat number 6, Timberlane last week, and now you get number 4, Exeter this week. What are your thoughts on Exeter?
They're going to be a good team. They're great on offense, and the defense isn't bad at you either. So our team just has to work hard all week in practice, and I think we'll do just fine.
Timberlane obviously came in with high hopes and a strong reputation. Tremendous effort by the line. Coach Pike was raving about you. How do you grade your performance last week?
Just a good game for me. I think the whole team played great, though. That's what gave me the chance. Everyone was doing their job and let me do what I did.
You really filled up the stat sheet with a lot of fun stuff for a 6'2", 275-pound lineman. 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, 1 run for 11 yards. What was your favorite part of the game?
I liked carrying the ball. It's fun picking up first downs like that. Big situation for the team.
How did that all come about? Early season, you had a goal line situation. You crashed in from the 1 or 2 yard line. Now you had this situation on 4th and 1. You gained 11 yards. How did you become Sean the Refrigerator Nartiff?
We put it in last year and it's just been working. It's never been stuff, so we're going to stick to it.
Did you have some carries as a junior?
I had 1 carry against Londonderry and went for a touchdown.
A lot of good stuff happening for you in the team. What did it mean to you preseason? New Hampshire Football Report named you the number 11 senior in the state and included prep school kids and post-grad kids from the state of New Hampshire. You were number 11. I think you might have been the top NHIA lineman. What does that mean to you?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I just got to keep working hard and it'll all pay off in the end.
Is this weather been tough for you? 6'2", 270, you're going one way, 2 way, offense, you're doing it all. What's it like for a 6'2", 270-pound guy in this sort of heat?
Coach Pike definitely keeps us all in shape. I mean, we're working hard through doubles all the way through this full season. And heat's going away soon, and I think this might be our last hot day, so we'll be just fine.
What's the deal with the flowing locks, Fabio? Is that making a statement here?
No, I do get called Fabio around the field, though, so that's good.
Your thoughts for Exeter? Is that intimidating 4-0 team? They're actually ranked above you?
No, I think we're going to be just fine. I mean, as long as we just play our game, we'll be just fine.
Now, are you from a football family, Sean? Dad or mom or siblings? Or what's the Nartiff football story?
My dad played football in high school. He's all right. I mean,
where did Dad play?
He played tight end.
What school?
Methuen High.
And what's your dad's name?
Sean.
Nice. Is Sean Sean the senior a big dude?
Yep.
How big?
No, he's not very big, actually. He's like 5'8", 150.
Wow. Where'd you get all this size?
I don't know.
Now, do you have any college plans sort of early in the process? Yeah.
Just searching right now and keeping an eye out. I'm just trying to handle my business on the field now.
Okay, we got a big one here coming up this week. Sean the Refrigerator Nartiff. Tribune Thursday Football Show Offensive Player of the Week, Jalen Martinez of Brooks School out of Methuen, Mass. Jalen, what the heck happened? 5 TDs, 169 yards rushing, I think it was, or something like that. 9 carries in much less than a half. Take us through the bizarre, crazy opener.
I mean, it was we just had a good game. You know, the O-line blocked very well, the receivers blocked very well, and the fullback, Will Ghibli, they just opened up the holes. I saw the holes, and I just put all the work I put in the summertime. It just happened. It was just there. I was just able to make it happen. Luckily for us, we had a good game and we played well.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that you were capable of a performance like this?
Well, I knew I worked over the summer very hard, and I just wanted to put it out there. I mean, I never doubted myself, but it was a crazy game, and I'm lucky to have a good game like that, and just thank to all my teammates for all they've done.
Because last year I think you had 250 yards total and 2 TDs, so you basically surpassed that in like 15 minutes of football. What's it like to hopefully be the feature back this year after the great Chris Cervisi is headed to 1AA Colgate, and he rewrote the record books, one of the all-time leaders in the area. You finally got your shot as a senior co-captain. What's it mean to be the man this year? Hopefully?
I'm very excited. Being behind Chris last year, I got to learn a lot from him. So just everything I learned, I'm just trying to put it out there. Like I said, just working all over the summertime and just to be able to be the featured back, I'm excited and happy for this for the rest of the season.
And how'd you end up at Brooks School, Jalen?
During my Papa Wanda days in Methuen, one of my coaches, Fitzy, knew Coach Alicea at the time he was a coach, and brought me here, introduced me here, and then I applied, and I fell in love with the school here. So I decided that was it.
And how was that transition to come into Brooks as a freshman? Was it a smooth transition? Or was it a rocky one early on?
I mean, it was a little rocky start, but as time here, it's just a great facility here and great people here. So with all these people here, it was a smooth transition coming in.
And you're pretty psyched that you did end up at Brooks?
Yeah, I think this was a great decision of mine. And I'm happy I came here and I'm happy I chose this decision.
And why do you enjoy the school so much, Jalen?
Just the whole community. It's a loving community. Everything here, everybody's so friendly and they're always willing to help, and that's just, you don't find that in so many places. Pretty
tough academics, obviously, at a top prep school like Brooks. How is the academics going for you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Getting help from all my teachers. They're so willing to help out, and they just want the best for the students, and they want them to succeed. So I was going to help for them. So it just helps me out.
Are you looking to play college football?
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully I can.
Are there some schools you're looking at this early point?
Right now I'm talking to Franklin and Marshall and Susquehanna up in Pennsylvania so far right now. So.
What's it like playing for Coach Foley? I'm not sure exactly, but he could be the youngest coach head coach in the state, MIA, ISL, or whatever. How's it been like transitioning from Coach Conovalcho to a couple of years back to Coach Foley?
I think it's been a right transition. I love Coach Foley a lot. He's always been there for me and helps me out whenever I need anything. And he's a very good coach, and I can always listen to what he says and just put it out there.
As a young kid growing up, Jalen, who did you try to pattern your game after, whether it's a local football player or NFL type? Who were some of the guys you admired?
I got Brandon Jacobs always. When I was young, I always tried to be like him. He just always had that big body, and I've always had this big body ever since I was young. So just try to mimic him and try to be like him.
Are you a big weight room guy? You're certainly a solid kid at 5'11", 200. Are you do a pretty good job for yourself in the weight room?
Yeah, we have a strength conditioning coach here, and I worked with him a lot over the summer, and I got into it a lot over the summer just to have my body well and everything ready to go.
Okay, big one this coming weekend, playing a Milton Academy team. I think they're 18-6 of the last 3+ years.
Mm-hmm.
Has Brooks arrived where you can hold your own with the Milton Academies of the world?
Yes, sir. Hopefully. I think we're ready. I think we are.
There you have it. Confident Jalen Martinez.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for another exciting week of high school football in the Eagle Tribune area scene. It's Mike, we've been off to a solid start, and we are ready for more exciting action.
Yeah, I think I probably clinched the overall title, but it's still fun to do the picks every week, and let's go at it.
So anyway, we jump into the week's games. We are going to start the battle of New Hampshire frontrunners. We have Exeter going to Salem. Salem bounced back nicely from a heartbreaking loss to Pinkerton by coming in and beating Timberlane, which was ranked one spot behind them in the standings. Exeter comes in 4-0, but they've won all their games by 1 touchdown or less outside of beating up on a winless Spalding team. They're tough, but I think Salem's going to take this one.
Yeah, they're number 4, and Salem's number 5 in the New Hampshire rankings, but I think Exeter's luck runs out this week.
I agree. Yeah, he's just, Sean Nartiff, he's just going to tear him apart. He's such a good player. Okay, we cross over to Massachusetts. Yes, Andover is playing a Friday night game at Tewksbury. They're dragging in the disgusting smelling, dark, bad lights that looks bad on camera and looks bad on... But they're playing a night game, so Andover's going in there. Andover's been, as hot an offense as you're going to find. They've absolutely been killing it. They're coming off a huge upset at BC High, which maybe we're going to find out wasn't that big an upset. Tewksbury's coming in 3-0 as well. They're only allowing 6.7 points a game. But boy, I'm feeling good about Andover right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Andover vaulted from number 14 to number 7 in the ESPN Boston statewide polls after beating, was BCI number 3 or number 5?
I think they were 5.
Tewksbury's moving up the polls too. They're number 23. Gotta love Tewksbury.
Oh yeah,
I'd say that's the best football town in the Merrimack Valley. You look at their enrollment and what they've done. I say Tewksbury's number 1. They have Troy Carey. He's the big back, 147 yards, 3 TDs last week. Weather could be a big factor. I'm going to pick Andover. They're red hot. Weather's big. You rely on the passing game, inclement weather. Tewksbury will be licking their chops. So I'll hesitantly say Andover, whether or not.
It's also important to note Tewksbury still plays on natural turf. If it's a mud bowl, it's made for Tewksbury's wing tee offense. But I'm still going to go with Andover. Okay, we got Haverhill, which bounced back. They finally got on the board with a win, upsetting North Andover, a game that neither one of us picked. They come back from a 14-0 deficit to come back and beat North Andover. They're going to Lawrence, which is 2-1, but I'm feeling like Haverhill's a better team personally.
Yeah, Pedro Santiago coming off a 3 TD week. I'm picking the Hillies.
Yeah, Luke Cretion, beast on both sides of the ball. I think Haverhill's got this one. Timberlane, which I just mentioned, got a little derailed by losing to Salem. They're going to Winnicott. Both teams are 2-2. Winnicott only lost by 1 point to Exeter. Winnicott could be a tough one here.
Yeah, I like Winnicott, a tight one.
I'm going to go with Winnicott too. Methuen going to Billerica. Methuen finally got on the board with a win. Their running game looked great, but they're running into a team that could be a buzzsaw in Billerica. They're 3-0. They're allowing just over a touchdown a game. I think I'm going to have to go with Billerica.
Yeah, Drew Laundrie is a real dynamic player, and they really impressed against Lawrence last week, so I think Billerica.
I will say Brian McAndrew really impressed me this week. I'm writing about him, really impressive guy, but I still can't pick Methuen. North Andover has a great foe to try to get back on the tracks after losing to Haverhill last week. They're going to 0-3 Drake-it. North Andover's beaten up a little by injury, but Juca Morales isn't injured.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. If I haven't heard any updates on Ryan Good and to Sean Watson. If you're down those two, that's a big hit. You have to endure some injuries, but that's a 1-2 punch that'd be tough to overcome. But Drake-it really is, I think, in the middle of a long season. So North Andover, no matter who's playing.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, apparently I hear Sean Watson's out for the season, but it's still North Andover in this one. Pinkerton keeps rolling. They're going to Merrimack. Merrimack's 3-1, but I don't care. Pinkerton's just so much better. Brett DiTillo and co just keep rolling here.
Yeah, Merrimack's opposition has a 1-11 overall record, so it's almost mind-boggling that after 4 games your team's opposition can be 1-11. So they might be paper tigers.
Yeah, looks that way. Londonderry playing host to Portsmouth. Both teams are 1-3. Londonderry has shown some life of late. They've lost their last few, but Jake Stevens looks good at quarterback. I say Londonderry takes this one.
Lancers will be on time for this one, and they'll win it.
That's right. Yes. Pelham go to Monadnock. Monadnock's 3-1. Pelham's 0-3. Got to go with Monadnock.
Yeah, Monadnock 3 straight wins since a 1-point loss in the opener, so I'll go with Monadnock.
Sanborn trying to get back on the right path, going to Conval. I don't know. I think Sanborn comes in.
I do too. Indians breakthrough.
Masco struggling. They're 1-2. They're going to North Reading. North Reading, on the other hand, is red hot. They're 3-0. Matt McCarthy's got 8 touchdowns in 3 games. We haven't been able to say this in a long time. I'm going easily Hornets over Chieftains.
I'm going Chieftains. Masco always has a real tough early season schedule, so they're tough to analyze because they definitely play up. They don't go for the cream puffs. A lot of teams load up on the cream puffs. They go in the opposite direction. I think Scott Foden's going to open some eyes, and people are going to be talking Scott Foden, 270 yards last week, so he's a horse. I'll go with the Chieftains.
Ames wrapping up the Friday slate. Amesbury is going to Georgetown. Both are 0-3. I'm going to go Indians.
I agree.
Okay, we go to Saturday. The big game Saturday. Central Catholic traveling to Everett in a rematch of the 2013 Division I North title game. The game that got Central into the Super Bowl that they won. But Everett's down. They're 1-2. Central's 2-1, and they're looking real good right now.
Yeah, it's a reflex reaction. Everett, and it's so tough. Everything points to Central winning. You can't crunch all the numbers and say, well, Central definitely is the better team, but it's Everett. I'm crunching the numbers. I'm going with Central, but it's just so tough to pick against Everett. But I say Central takes it despite junior QB for Everett, Jordan McAfee, already having an offer to Boston College. So keep an eye on him, but go with the Raiders.
Agree. I've also been hearing a lot of good things about Brad Edwards, a quarterback for Central. Wyndham, they're going to try to keep their winning streak alive. They're going to play an unbeaten Sauhegan team, or rather, they're hosting an unbeaten Sauhegan team. Wyndham just keeps, I'm thinking state champions here, Wyndham just keeps seeming to find more and more players. Victor Pizzotti rushed for 3 touchdowns last week. I don't know where they keep pulling these players out. I can't go against Wyndham.
Yeah, it's a couple quality clubs. Sauhegan certainly could beat them, but Wyndham coming off the state title, unbeaten this year. Go with them based on the just the recent success, but who knows?
Pentucket's got Coach Hayden his 200th career win. Now they're going for 201 at traditional rival Newburyport. Newburyport's 2-1, or I can't read my notes. Pentucket's 3-0. I feel good about them. Liam Sheehy, who I've liked since he started playing varsity as a freshman, had 96 yards. He's a monster at linebacker. I gotta go Stations, going to 4-0.
27th meeting between Newburyport coach Ed Gaudiano of Methuen and Pentucket's Steve Hayden. I wonder if any other matchup in the state has 2 coaches who've squared off that much. Number 27, go with the Sachems.
Whittier going to Shawsheen. Both are 1 and 2. I'm going to give Shawsheen a little bit of an edge here.
I'll go with Whittier. Say Shane, Mambro, and Co. post another shout out.
Greater Lawrence, they're 3-0. They're going to winless Northeast. Greater Lawrence.
He might be Ojani Belliard. He might be Ojani Billiard. He might be Ojani. There's 28 different versions. OJ Belliard or whatever your name is, Big OJ. I apologize. You guys got to get the name down right. The kid's a ball player, though. We'll go with OJ and Co. beating Northeast.
Our boy Jalen Martinez we featured this week, and Brooks are playing host to Milton Academy. Maybe it's just watching Jalen, highlight films of him. Maybe it's from seeing, boy, he's an impressive kid. I'm going to go Brooks here.
Milton, I believe it's 21-6 in the past 3+ years. They returned Dominic Cogier, 1,455 yards, 18 TDs last year. I'll say Milton has a little too much for the green and white.
Robert Jones and his 5 touchdowns. And Phillips playing host to Kent. I'll go Phillips. Yeah,
Jones actually the PG out of Wayland High School, 7 between the rushing and the passing.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
We'll say Jones is lights him up too, and we'll go with the Big Blue.
Okay, well, I don't care if it's going to be wet. I hear there's going to be rain all weekend. I'm going to be out there. You should be too. There's a lot of great games on the schedule. Let's see what happens.